What's going on, good people? I hope you're doing well. Today I have a quick review for you. These are the Kano YU6 powered bookshelf speakers. These Walnut Edition cost $399 right now on sale, but you can get a cheaper edition for $369. I think the black and maybe even the white are that price. These pack a lot of punch for the price that they are, but let's get into it. You can see that on one of them, you have your button for powering on. You hold it down to turn it on and off. You push it to rotate through your inputs, and we'll get to the inputs in just a moment. And then it also rotates for volume. The right speaker that doesn't have anything on the front other than the drivers is a passive speaker that connects to this one that has an integrated amplifier. And here's the inputs. Things that I find interesting. This has a phono RCA that can be rotated between phono and a line input. I use the line here because my turntable is downstairs. This has a subwoofer out. This has optical for your TV. It has a charger, or at least a USB charge for your phone or whatever else you might want to connect to it. Perhaps your Modi 3 Plus DAC. And then there's an on-off switch that I leave on all the time. Now, the optical connecting to the TV, I did use this in a 2-channel setup downstairs with the TV. And for small or medium rooms, I think it sounds great. You have to manage your expectations a little bit because of the price, but it's a fine sound. I think this is an excellent setup for you if your budget is under $500 for TV, for your turntable, for listening to Bluetooth from your phone. I think it's excellent. The DAC in here can go up to $24.96, which for just about everyone should be more than fine. One thing that I really like about these in a 2-channel setup with my TV is that it does look really good. It sounds great, and I haven't heard anything better under $500. Now, that being said, something that would interest me in comparison to this would be buying a $199 Sony 2-channel amplifier and connecting a pair of speakers like the heavily discounted $300 Klipsch RP600Ms. That would actually sound awesome. But for a setup that is simple and doesn't require an external amplifier, these are amazing. And it will save you $100 over the setup I just mentioned. Now, I've also tried this in a very unusual setup. I put these on stands, set them up in my garage, and connected a projector to them and showed a movie to the neighbors and anybody who else wanted to come. And, you know, that's not a great setup. There are no acoustical treatments outside on my driveway, but everybody had a good time. I had the volume turned up to max. There was no distortion that came out of them when we were listening to the movie and watching the movie. Was it a little quiet? Yeah, it was a little quiet, but it got the job done. I thoroughly enjoyed it and had fun using that. I actually prefer these for movies out in the garage because they're so easy to set up and put on stands. But that being said, with 2-channel downstairs being good, with it being set up outside being fine, I much prefer these in a desktop setup. Now, there is a remote that comes with this, and it does everything that you want it to do. But for a desktop setup, these sound incredible. I enjoy the clarity. I enjoy my music. I do hear so much more of the detail when I'm listening to these in the near field. If I had any complaints for the near field, it is that the bass is a little bit, it's not great under 100 hertz. You listen to something like the bass extension in Taylor Swift's I Knew You Were Trouble, I know, but there is some good bass extension there. There's some stuff on that song that most speakers have trouble producing. This doesn't get the job done for low bass, but for the mid-range and the uppers and most bass, these sound great. I think anybody, excuse me, that is in this price range, you're going to be happy with this in a near field, and you're going to have trouble finding anything that is better. But again, if you're going to use these in your home setup with your TV, I also think that if you have a small room or a medium room, you're still going to enjoy these, but I would be tempted to buy the Kanto's subwoofer that can be paired with these, so you can get a more full range spectrum of the music and of the videos that you're watching. If I could improve anything on these, I would love for there to be a small screen for the inputs so that I knew which input I was using. For right now, I just push the input over and over and over until I get the sound that I want. And the other thing that I would probably want on these, it would really be nice to have an HDMI connection, but for $399, that's probably asking a little too much. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I thank you for watching, and I hope you're enjoying your day. Thanks a lot. Bye.